Welcome to the 10th edition of NBA 2K16 News with your host, Shakedown 2012. At 1 a.m. Eastern or 11 p.m. Pacific time, Mike Wang, one of the lead producers on NBA 2K16, tweeted out that the new shot meter option is called feedback only. This meter will not draw out while you're shooting. Only after you release will it show how close you were to getting an excellent release. So for all you guys that complained that the shot meter throws your shot off because of lag time online, you won't have to worry about that anymore. And a lot of you guys asked me to remove mine, and I always thought about it and said I never look at it. I always look at the release at the top of my player's shot or the flick of my player's wrist. And this is just because I've been playing 2K for years, never thought I had to stare at a meter for a crutch in order to make my shots. So it really never bothered me. This new system sounds great. When Mike Wang was asked earlier if green releases are still 100% in NBA 2K16, he said no. Green releases are much rarer in NBA 2K16 and they are no longer 100%. Now this is interesting. In my top 10s, I've seen tons of missed green excellent releases. Most of the time there was a defender in the shooter's face, so it was justified by pure basketball knowledge, but people still considered it a what the F moment. To me, a perfect release means a shot went in no matter how you shot it. But the terminology they use specifically is excellent release, which means you shot the ball correctly, but it doesn't quite mean it's going in 100% of the time. That I understood, and I could live with a few misses here or there. So this news ultimately doesn't really bother me. It also leads me to believe that a lot of you patch-made ballers who send me high scores at the rec center, who never used to send me these ridiculous scores prior to patch 4, will all come to a realization that the JRC was broken. And if you were using one of the maybe 10 money shot releases, then 90% of the time your shot was going in. Most of you know this, but a lot of you still send me non-impressive 50 point, 80 point, 100 point game screenshots, usually with 7-foot point guards, over PSN or Twitter, knowing that all you did was run to a spot, shoot off the dribble, and score 90% of the time or more. It's highly unrealistic, and let's face it, if you think you had skills, you don't. And more than likely this patch 4 crutch won't be to your advantage in NBA 2K16. Mike Wang also posted at Operation Sports that there have been many battles internally over missed green releases, especially now in NBA 2K16, considering how hard they are to get. He says that his shots engineer has given him the tools to be able to modify and make changes on the server side post-release, which simply means that he can make fixes without a patch. He says if there's something the community isn't happy with, he can simply tweak the system and update our games without a patch. Now here's my fear. 2K is currently infested with JRC, stage, and park cheese balls. This is basically the bulk of the community right now. People that weren't cheese balls became cheese balls to defend against cheese balls. When all of you patch-made scrubs that abuse exploits in the game, create ridiculously tall players for your position, or whatever form of cheese you want to fill in the blank with, when y'all get your hands on 2K16, you're going to whine and complain that making shots are too hard, simply because none of the bullcrap you did this year to get buckets works anymore. Mike said it himself. If enough of you cornballs complain, he can just tweak it and make 2K16 no different from NBA 2K15. At the end of his post he says, "So what happened with patch 4 last year will never happen again." This is extremely hard for me to believe. Things like this happened in 2K10 and we complained. 2K11 we complained. 2K13 we fought, we complained, nothing changed. 2K14 it happened again, and same thing with 2K15, which is even funnier because 2K15 is perhaps the coup de grace. It's like the most cheesiest 2K that ever existed, especially considering how large the community has grown. And more than likely the cheeseball tradition will continue in NBA 2K16. So to me, that is the unsolvable problem that Mike Wang was talking about, because in 2K games, it seems like they're unable to protect or police against the cheese. If gamers don't like your game because they've already been preconditioned to play a sim basketball game like NBA Jam, then you best believe they won't like how 2K16 plays, especially if they can miss green releases. Lastly, I tweeted out to Mike Wang yesterday to make wide open catch and shoot threes way more successful than your cheeseball run to a corner off the dribble 3-point shots. I mean, that's just basketball 101. If you pass the ball to an open, wide open shooter and he catches and shoots, he should have way more success than a guy that's dribbling off the dribble, running around, he's 7 feet tall, runs to a corner and then shoots a three. Come on, son. That's how real life ball is played. But yeah, it's just a video game, right? I personally hope the transition from 2K15 to 2K16 resembles that transition from Modern Warfare 2 to Black Ops 1, where all the cheeseball noob tubers had a rude awakening in Black Ops 1 because they removed the cheese. They simply got rid of the noob tube, and now all the people that were preconditioned playing a real cheeseball tactic didn't have any skills anymore, and then they were getting slaughtered in Black Ops. The good Call of Duty players were walking out of matches with 100-kill gameplays, while trash cheeseballs from Modern Warfare 2 had to quit, got slaughtered, or made the decision to learn how to play the game rather than use exploits. So this is just me being real with this topic and real with the community. If this commentary bothered you, then good! That means that you're a cheeseball. And I'm even talking to my own teammates. So this is your boy Shake. I hope this video made some sense. If you liked the video, smack that like tab to show your support and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll be back with some more 2K16 news for you guys later.
Are we picking up something? Are we done?
No, we'll keep playing.